In the bustling city of Tianfeng, within the confines of a classroom, a group of students fervently endeavors to awaken talents of rank A. Amidst their chatter, one particular student stands out by maintaining complete silence, his attention fixated on his phone. As others engage in discussions about their potential talents and combat prowess, this student appears somewhat disheartened and troubled, holding onto his phone with a hint of worry. The reason behind his distress lies in the dwindling inheritance left by his parents, leaving him contemplating the possibility of selling his home. Despite this looming uncertainty, he harbors concerns that even this measure may not suffice to sustain him. Thus, with a heavy sigh, he contemplates the only recourse left, venturing into the magical domain tonight. This young man goes by the name of Zhang Zhe. A decade ago, he traversed from Earth to this unfamiliar realm. Zhang was the name bestowed upon him by his adoptive parents, the Zhang couple, who embraced him as their own with boundless affection and care. They were his pillars of support in this foreign land, without whom Zhang Zhe's survival would have been improbable. Grateful for their unwavering love, he fondly recalls his father's nurturing presence, his mother's steadfast encouragement, and his sister's profound affection. Theirs was a family brimming with warmth and harmony. Yet, unbeknownst to them, impending change loomed on the horizon. 12 years prior, the advent of enigmatic demon caverns heralded a new era of anguish, turmoil, and dread in this realm. These caverns materialize unpredictably across the world, unleashing malevolent demons that sow chaos and devastation in their wake. Human-crafted weapons prove futile against these otherworldly adversaries, rendering humanity defenseless in the face of relentless onslaught. Consequently, the world descends into a nightmarish abyss, engulfed by the horrors unleashed by these demonic incursions. In the midst of utter chaos, Zhang Zhe is gripped by sheer terror as he witnesses the unfolding devastation. Monsters lay waste to cities, consuming innocent lives in their wake. A frail figure lying prone musters his final ounces of strength to implore Zhang to flee. This man is none other than Zhang's father. Teetering on the brink of death, he beseeches Zhang Zhe to safeguard his sister with all his might and implores them to escape. Overwhelmed by the sight of his father's plight, Zhang's emotions overflow, tears streaming down his cheeks. Despite their desperate attempts to reach their father amidst the debris, a colossal demon bears down on him, sealing his tragic fate before their helpless gaze, leaving Zhang Zhe consumed by despair. For an extended period, humanity endured merciless slaughter at the hands of demonic beasts, a grim reality they were forced to confront. Faced with unrelenting chaos, the remaining survivors rallied at the thresholds of the magical domain, seeking solace within. To their astonishment, those who entered emerged imbued with heightened abilities surpassing those of ordinary humans, even upon exiting the domain, thus kindling a glimmer of hope amidst the despair, galvanizing them to combat their adversaries with renewed vigor and yielding promising outcomes. In a bid to combat the demonic scourge and restore tranquility, nations commenced the creation of magical domain fighters, a venture that proved successful in quelling the malevolent forces. This endeavor culminated in the establishment of the international organization known as the Magical Domain Fighters Association. Adopting a tiered approach, the association implemented a hierarchical system for fighters, spanning from level 1 to 5, equipping them to confront formidable demonic entities. Only 5th-level magical fighters possess the capability to vanquish these formidable adversaries. Within the 5 classifications of fighters lies the potential for awakening 7 talent rankings, ranging from rank D to rank SSS. The potency of their abilities escalates in tandem with the ranking, facilitating the easier subjugation of demons. As per regulations, only individuals boasting a rank A talent are eligible to undergo the evaluation process to ascend as first-level magical domain fighters. With classes concluded and evening descending, Zhang departs from the classroom, cognizant of the imperative to awaken a rank A talent by any means necessary and successfully navigate the ensuing evaluations. If you're enjoying the content, I kindly request that you subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to stay updated on upcoming parts and new videos. Now, without further delay, let's dive back into today's video. Upon returning home, Zhang Zhe's sister had prepared something special for him, marking his 18th birthday. Observing the dish she had lovingly crafted, Zhang Ze grinned and invited her to join him for the meal. Expressing her regrets, his sister explained that she aimed to make the day memorable, considering it not only his birthday but also the day he would venture into the magical domain to awaken his talent. Sadly, the chicken thigh had ended up burnt to a crisp. Approaching her with empathy, Zhang Ze noted her apparent struggle. Eager to ensure his sister's well-being, he gently scolded her, asserting that cooking nightly wasn't necessary as he had offered to share the responsibility. Stressing the importance of her studies, he urged her not to waste time on such tasks. Taking his sister's plate, Zhang Ze skillfully salvaged the burnt portion of the chicken, assuring her of its tenderness and flavor. Her mouth watering at the prospect, she playfully reached for the plate, requesting Zhang to save some for her, thus easing the tension between them. As night descended, his sister mentioned her plans to study at a friend's house. She reminded Zhang to exercise caution when entering the magical domain later. Zhang assured his sister that she could go, with the condition of returning by 9:30 to avoid causing him undue worry. Once his sister departed, Zhang glanced at his watch, noting the dwindling seconds before he needed to enter the magical domain. Zhang Ze readied himself, determined to give his all regardless of the outcome, be it glory or disaster. His watch emitted beams of light, signaling the opening of a portal around him. Upon stepping through, a fairy materialized, extending a warm welcome and declaring herself his guide. Nervously surveying his surroundings, Zhang Ze inquired if this was the trial ground for newcomers. Affirmatively, the fairy instructed Zhang Ze to select a name and appearance for use within the magical domain. With prior consideration, Zhang Ze chose the moniker Rakshasa and opted for a masked appearance. While making his selections, Zhang Ze recalled his friend's warnings about the addictive nature of this realm, reminding himself to remain vigilant and safeguard his well-being. Concurring with Zhang's caution, his fairy guide utilized her magic, causing him to levitate as a new outfit materialized on his body. The fairy's instructions indicated their readiness to activate Zhang's talent. He simply needed to place his hands on the crystal ball before him, and his talent would manifest automatically. Slightly anxious, Zhang pressed his hand against the crystal, hoping for a talent of rank A. Concentrating intensely, he called out for an A-tier talent. A faint yellow glow emerged within the crystal, followed by a sudden burst of light. Abruptly, the brilliance faded, leaving behind a trace of smoke and leaving Zhang perplexed about the unfolding events. Zhang Ze inquired of the fairy if the process was complete and what his talent entailed. The fairy, gazing at the crystal with astonishment, simply responded with an "eh," conveying surprise. Zhang, taken aback, pressed the fairy for clarification, urging her to swiftly explain the situation as he disliked feeling fear in such moments. Upon closer examination, the fairy revealed that Zhang had awakened an SSS-ranked talent. This revelation left Zhang utterly astonished, struggling to believe what he was hearing. He sought reassurance from the fairy, questioning the veracity of the claim. Confirming that Zhang's talent was indeed SSS-ranked, the fairy described it as legendary, unprecedented in their world. Overwhelmed with joy, Zhang remarked that even if his talent were merely S-ranked, he would have been recommended to a prestigious academy with boundless opportunities. However, awakening an SSS-ranked talent surpassed his wildest expectations. Zhang contemplated the immense possibilities this offered for him and his sister, envisioning a transformative shift in their lives. The fairy presented Zhang with a manual elucidating his talent, available for his reference at any time. Zhang's talent specifications included 0 to 1,000 experience, 10 vitality, and a 60-second cooldown effect. Upon slaying a target, Zhang could summon an identical clone with no temporal constraints, capable of reaching a maximum of 5 levels. Notably, the summoning art could conjure 10 replicas at level 1 and 30 clones at level 2. As Zhang absorbed this information, he perceived the sinister potential of his ability. Contemplating the prospect of summoning monsters he defeated, Zhang envisioned assembling an army and leading a legion of bosses, thrilling at the possibilities. Eager to delve deeper, Zhang examined his character panel, revealing attributes such as name, aura, number C, 2475176 HP, 100 Mapishu, and 110 damage. Despite his initial status as a beginner novice in summoning art, Zhang's newfound SSS ranked talent promised unprecedented growth and opportunity. Zhang ponders the slight discrepancy in his spirit attribute, considering it might be due to his origin from another world. His fairy guide grants him permission to enter the magical domain officially and wishes him luck. As the environment shifts around him, Zhang finds himself in a vast arena filled with numerous individuals. Addressing the newcomers, a male and a female instructor take charge, initiating discussions on the theoretical aspects of the magical domain. While Zhang is taken aback by the crowd's size, he feels a sense of joy to finally experience the genuine magical domain. Among the attendees, one individual proudly declares the awakening of his A-ranked talent, Celestial Fist, eliciting envy from some. Another participant shares contentment with their B-ranked talent. However, Zhang is astonished as his talent boasts an impressive SSS rank. Another student collapses in anguish, shedding tears as his talent is rated only a D. Despite his friends' attempts to console him, their interaction is interrupted by one of the instructors, who instructs everyone to line up for their weapons. As the queue forms, the instructors caution the group about the seriousness of the magical domain, emphasizing that death within it is permanent. They recount numerous tragic incidents where individuals entered the domain with a casual mindset, only to meet dire consequences. Describing it as a lawless battlefield, they urge caution against the various threats lurking within, including beasts and deceitful individuals. Reminding everyone that returning to the altar is the only means of leaving the magical domain, they proceed to distribute the weapons. When Zhang Ze's turn arrives, the instructor prompts him to register and inquire about his talent and ranking. Zhang, feeling the pressure of judgment, reluctantly reveals his D rank, eliciting mockery from those behind him. Recognizing the ruthlessness of the crowd, Zhang opts to conceal his true potential, wary of potential betrayal. Despite facing ridicule from others in line, Zhang receives a long wooden bow suited for his modest attack strength, emphasizing safety due to its long-range capabilities. Before departing, the instructor imparts a piece of advice, emphasizing the importance of caution for survival in such perilous circumstances. With the weapon distribution concluded, the instructor expresses relief at the task's completion, feeling exhausted. The instructor approaches her and inquires about the number of individuals who awakened A-ranked talents or higher. After reviewing the list, the instructor reveals that only 3 of them managed to awaken such talents, noting a decline in performance compared to previous groups. Meanwhile, the newcomers eagerly engage in their initial hunt. Amidst the activity, Zhang Ze is spotted practicing alone, shooting at a target. In that moment, Zhang Ze reflects on the challenge of using a bow, realizing he has struggled to hit the target consistently despite numerous attempts. Understanding the gravity of combat situations, where missing is not an option without a summoned creature to rely on, Zhang resolves not to engage recklessly. He acknowledges the need to enhance his accuracy, move swiftly, and seize the opportune moment to leverage his talent. As time passes, the pile of arrows grows, and Zhang Ze remains unwavering in his focus. With one precise shot hitting the target's center, Zhang Ze ascends to level 4 as an archer, despite sustaining hand injuries from intense training, as his current accuracy is 80%. Donning his hood and mask, he determines it's time to translate his preparation into action, venturing into the forest teeming with various monsters. A brief overview of magical demons reveals the presence of the violent rabbit, known for its speed and agility, but weak defense, the lava turtle, boasting high defense and HP but sluggish speed, and the first-floor boss, the dark wolf, armed with the Shadow Claw ability, capable of unleashing a devastating combo attack, inflicting burns and bleeding. As Zhang Ze advances, other participants scramble in desperation, encountering a lava turtle. Despite their efforts, the turtle overpowers them, poised to strike a fatal blow. However, Zhang's timely arrow to the turtle's head interrupts its attack, drawing its attention to him. Zhang attempts to pacify the turtle, expressing a desire for friendship, but his gesture only seems to enrage the creature, signaling a potentially dire situation. The turtle gives chase to Zhang, who flees while shouting in fear. Zhang Ze, acknowledging the terror of the situation, suddenly notices the altar and makes a beeline for it. As he nears the altar, its towering structures recognize the turtle as a threat and unleash a beam, dealing a critical blow of 191 points of damage to the turtle. With only 10 life points remaining, the turtle is vulnerable, prompting Zhang Ze to seize the opportunity and unleash his arrows upon it. The creature, already collapsing, succumbs to Zhang's onslaught, transforming into energy and coalescing into a blue orb, an indication of a low-grade demon soul orb. Zhang Ze is pleased that his strategy of utilizing the altar's defense has proven effective. In a brief explanation, the Magical Demon Guide reveals that upon the demise of monsters within the magic domain, there is a chance they will drop a demon soul orb. These orbs come in 3 classifications: low-grade, common, and high-grade. The color of the orb corresponds to its attributes, with red symbolizing strength, green representing physique, blue indicating spirit, and yellow denoting agility. Absorbing these orbs enhances attributes: low-grade orbs by 0.01 points, common orbs by 0.1 points, and high-grade orbs by 1 point. Considering that the low-grade Demon Soul Orb only marginally increases his attributes by 0.01 points, Zhang decides to hold on to it for now, aware that it can fetch a considerable sum, around 1,000 yuan, if sold. The system notifies Zhang Ze of his victory over the lava turtle, granting him the ability to summon a replica. Asked if he wishes to summon it, Zhang Ze eagerly accepts, opting to experience his talent. A portal materializes before him, and the turtle manifests within his sight. Zhang Ze is elated, exclaiming that he has successfully summoned his first beast. Overcome with joy, he reaches out and touches the turtle's face, smiling contentedly at his achievement, unable to contain his happiness as he embraces the creature affectionately. Further into the forest, additional participants find themselves under attack by a ferocious rabbit. One of them, Ming, lies on the ground with a bleeding face after a punch from the rabbit. Ming complains about the pain, while his companion expresses dismay over their inability to defeat the rabbit, even with 3 of them. As the day draws to a close and they continue to fight, they suddenly hear a noise behind them and turn to investigate. Their alarm grows as they spot a lava turtle approaching, realizing they are now faced with 2 monsters and are surrounded. As the turtle nears them, they notice something peculiar atop its shell, a person mounted on it. Zhang, with a smile, inquires about their well-being. Ming questions why the turtle isn't attacking Zhang, given the aggressive nature of monsters in the magic domain. The others wonder if it's possible to tame such a creature and express envy towards Zhang Ze. Ming dismisses their envy, suggesting a straightforward solution: taming the violent rabbit. He plans to climb onto its back and traverse the forest. However, before Ming can finish speaking, the rabbit strikes him again. His companions step forward, urging Ming to stay back while they confront the rabbit. Ming, in tears, laments the rabbit's lack of martial ethics. Despite their efforts to capture the rabbit, it proves too agile, dodging their blows effortlessly. One strike inadvertently injures the rabbit, triggering its berserker mode, a transformation characterized by heightened aggression, muscular growth, glowing red eyes, and sharper teeth. Ming fears they are in trouble now, but his friends attempt to reassure him, noting that the rabbit's life is already half depleted. They believe that by combining their attacks, they can defeat it. However, their plans are disrupted when 2 more rabbits appear behind the enraged one, leaving the trio stunned by the unexpected turn of events. Meanwhile, at a distance from Zhang Ze, he strolls leisurely with his turtle, admiring the sunset and remarking on its beauty and tranquility. Suddenly, 3 figures come into view, running frantically, screaming about imminent death. These individuals are Ming and his companions, who rush past Zhang, prompting him to wonder what's happening as they dash ahead. One of them calls out to Zhang, urging him not to remain idle, but to run. Ming stresses that if Zhang stays put, he could meet a grim fate. Puzzled, Zhang decides to investigate what the commotion is about. Glancing back, he spots 3 enraged rabbits charging toward him, instilling fear in Zhang. As one of the rabbits lunges at him, Zhang swiftly dodges and commands his turtle to strike with its tail. The turtle complies, delivering a powerful blow to all 3 rabbits, while Zhang attacks with his arrows. Despite the turtle's formidable defense, Zhang realizes it's relatively slow, unable to withstand the relentless assaults from the rabbits for long. Knowing he must act swiftly, Zhang resolves to give his all to avoid the worst-case scenario. As the turtle valiantly battles the rabbits, nearing the brink of defeat, Zhang leaps into action, targeting one rabbit with a barrage of arrows, ultimately defeating it as it transforms into energy. Encouraging his turtle to persevere, Zhang urges it to hold on a little longer. Seizing an opportunity, the turtle hurls one of the rabbits into the air, allowing Zhang to deliver the finishing blow with his arrows. However, as Zhang focuses on the defeated rabbit, the last remaining one strikes the turtle's head, enraging Zhang. Determined to protect his first beast, Zhang unleashes a flurry of arrows at the final rabbit. Amidst the skirmish, Zhang instructs his turtle to retreat to safety, ensuring its survival. Suddenly, it lifts its head again, advancing from level 1 to level 2. The system displays that the turtle is now at level 2 out of a maximum of 5. Its experience points are at 1 out of 30, with a life total of 400, damage ranging from 80 to 100, and a defense stat of 70. It possesses no skills. Zhang finds himself slightly astonished by this development. The turtle swiftly dispatches the final rabbit, securing victory and earning Zhang 3 additional orbs. Excitedly, Zhang exclaims their triumph. The system alerts Zhang. Now that you have defeated 3 violent rabbits, you can summon 3 replicas. Do you want to summon them now? With a grin, Zhang summons the 3 rabbits once more. A portal materializes before him, and the trio of rabbits reappear. Zhang is thrilled by his recent accomplishment. As night fades and day breaks, Zhang receives a message notification from the system. Upon reading the message, it informs him that all students should assemble at the altar for an important announcement. Zhang Zhe wonders about the urgency of this gathering. Upon arrival, everyone is already gathered at the altar. A man begins addressing the group, stating that by now, they should be familiar with the first floor of the domain. However, the boss of this floor presents a challenge beyond what novices could easily handle. To aid them, the Academy has invited a fighter from the magic domain. This individual will guide them in defeating the first floor boss and advancing to the second floor. The man calls for applause as he introduces the fighter, Liu Yuying, known in the domain as Moon Shadow. Newcomers praise Yuying, acknowledging her as one of the few to awaken an S-rank talent and gain admission to the prestigious Qing Martial Arts Academy. They recognize her exceptional talent. Yuying addresses the group, cautioning them about the formidable Dark Wolf, the first floor boss. She stresses the importance of not underestimating it and insists that during their hunt, they must follow her orders. Acting independently will result in severe consequences. Following her speech, the system presents an invitation from Yuying for everyone to join her team. Her system name is Moon Shadow with a code C. Her country code is 24751012. Details such as life, MP, damage, and speed remain unidentified, as do attribute points. She's described as an experienced swordsman. Zhang Zhe ponders the restricted access to key information, speculating on Yuying's strength. He wonders if she surpasses his summoned beasts in power and considers the upcoming challenge as a test for himself and his summons. After a few hours, everyone gathers in the forest. As they walk, Zhang thinks that for now, he should hide his real talent and not summon his beasts because that could scare the other participants present. Suddenly, 3 beasts appear. 2 of them were violent rabbits, and 1 was a lava turtle. A novice girl is astonished and tells everyone to get ready to attack. But Yuying calmly takes her sword and goes after the 3 beasts, defeating them all quickly. This leaves the other participants amazed at Ying's incredible strength. With just 1 sword, she was able to defeat all of them at once. The novices wonder if this is the power of a person who awakened an S-rank talent. After Yuying successfully defeats all the beasts, she turns to the participants with ease and urges them not to linger, but to keep moving forward. Witnessing Yuying's remarkable feat, Zhang Zhe is deeply impressed by her skills, considering it wise not to challenge her authority. As night falls and a wolf's howl echoes from atop the mountain, the participants become alert. A portal opens, which Yuying identifies as the checkpoint, warning that the wolf is about to emerge. Emphasizing the importance of following orders to avoid danger, Yuying instructs everyone to maintain a safe distance and avoid solo attacks. As the wolf emerges from the portal, Yu Ying prepares for the impending fight while the nervous newcomers observe. With the arrival of the dark wolf, accompanied by a heavy mist impairing their vision, Yu Ying remains calm and focused at the forefront. The wolf swiftly moves alongside Yu Ying, showcasing impressive speed, leaving the novices intimidated by the challenge ahead. As the novices grapple with their fears and the daunting nature of the first floor, the wolf launches its first attack towards Yu Ying, who adeptly evades it. Seizing the opportunity presented by the wolf's vulnerability, Yu Ying prepares to counterattack smoothly, demonstrating her prowess in combat. Yu Ying delivers a series of successive strikes to the dark wolf, inflicting significant damage that causes the wolf to collapse defeated on the ground. Although the novice participants are bewildered by the rapid conclusion, they rejoice in their victory. A novice girl explains that Yu Ying's remarkable ability, the light cut, was responsible for the swift defeat. Zhang Zhe wastes no time and promptly accesses his system to learn more about this move. The system reveals that the light cut is an S-rank ability, level 1, with 378 experiences, requiring 10 MEP for consumption, and has a cooldown of 60 seconds. Its effect involves attacking the target with fencing skill, with each damage cut being doubled. Furthermore, the last cut unleashes a critical strike, causing immense damage. Notably, at level 1, the light cut releases 3 consecutive cuts against the target. Level 4 releases 20 consecutive cuts against the target. Level 5 releases 50 consecutive cuts against the target. Yu Ying inquires if everyone has the key to proceed to the next floor, to which the novices affirm and express gratitude for her assistance. She then communicates with her team through the chat channel, informing them that she assisted the novices in passing through the first floor and will return to the 5th floor to aid her team as their primary damage dealer. Her team members assure her that they will wait for her return to face the boss of the 5th floor together. After disconnecting from the system, Yu Ying instructs the novices to pass through the door promptly, as the boss would regenerate in an hour. With her task completed, she prepares to return to the 5th floor. A novice notices something peculiar and asks Yu Ying to look back curiously. Turning around to investigate, Yu Ying notices the portal behaving differently, indicating that the boss has already regenerated. Confused by this unexpected turn of events, Yu Ying senses a murderous aura, unusual for the dark wolf. Another wolf emerges, but this one belongs to the elite rank dark wolf, adding further complexity to the situation. That concludes the video. If you found it enjoyable, consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell icon for notifications, and giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.